Hi, my name's Tom from Tomination Time, and my waifu and I normally do diet and fitness and gaming streaming on Twitch. But today, we're going to be doing another chair review video for an ergonomic chair from LF Gaming. It is the Mach II. And if you haven't seen it already, I suggest you check out our previous review video on the Stealth, because the Mach II is about half the price, and we're going to be comparing the Stealth versus the Mach II a lot. We'll also be talking about impressions of the Mach II, pros and cons, and who should go with which chair. Similar to the Stealth, the Mach II is an ergonomic chair. I cannot emphasize this enough about how silly it is to be in a gaming racer chair, which forces your shoulders forward in a protracted position for hours at a time. This is not neutral. Our shoulders should be back, and the chairs should allow for us to get our shoulders back. In my previous video, I talk a lot about how gaming chairs, the racer ones, if you're wide and broad shouldered, they basically force your shoulders forward if you're trying to lean back and be supported. I'm glad LF Gaming is bucking this trend, because their gaming chairs are neutral. They allow you to be in an ergonomic position with your shoulders back. Another pro of this chair is the insane level of adjustability and comfort at a good price. I've sat in dozens of ergonomic chairs, probably close to 100 different ergonomic office gaming chairs, and I gotta tell you that this is really comfortable and adjustable at a good price. A lot of what you're paying for is the base. The base of this chair is over 50 pounds, and it has tons of different options of what you can adjust here. This is basically the same seat base as the Stealth. It's got all the adjustments you could ever want, such as the chair height, the seat pan depth, and the back height, which allows people to adjust for their main anatomical portions of their torso, femur or thigh, and lower leg. And it also has armrest adjustments, tilt tension adjustments, the recline. You can change the back angle, the headrest angle, tons of different options. Chairs that come with this list of adjustable features and are comfortable usually cost over $1,000. I've seen some chairs that have a lot of different adjustable features, but they're still costing at least $500 to $1,000, and there's no guarantee for comfort there. I've seen some more famous brands that basically had really thin padding. They still cost close to $1,000. Thin padding, and some users in my community would complain about, even though they can adjust it to the right size, they would still be hurting after hours because it's just not comfortable. Another pro is the soft Brisa fabric. It is kind of like leather, but it's super soft. It is smooth, it is breathable, and it's not like the cheap, crappy bonded leather which breaks apart after a year or two. This is stuff that I think is gonna last a very long time, because I asked them for some pictures of what does the Brisa look like after a lot of wear and tear. And so they sent me some 8-year-old Brisa that had normal 8 to 5, like Monday through Friday type of work conditions. And the 8-year-old Brisa versus the new Brisa, yeah, there's some wear and tear, but actually it looks like it holds up really well. Now, in the previous Stealth video, I did mention one minor con to the Brisa, which is because it's so smooth, it's a little bit low friction, and because I have some particular unique back issues to where my low back is very sensitive in certain positions, when I reclined in the Stealth, I was likely to slip just a little bit, and I did not like how that was for my posture. So in the reclined position, it was slightly annoying. However, for the Mach II, that's not an issue, because the Brisa only exists on the seat. It does not exist on the mesh back. The mesh back grips me better, so I don't slip in a reclined position. This is a minor detail that most people won't care about, but I did want to address this because I mentioned it in the previous video about the Stealth. Now let's talk about the stiff mesh support on the Mach II. This might be a preference, but I think a stiffer mesh is better for two reasons. One, meshes are going to lose elasticity eventually. They'll get kind of soft and stretchy, and I'd rather start from a stiffer starting point to kind of minimize and get ahead of that curve of when it starts to lose elasticity. The second reason why I think it's better is because I want to feel supported by my furniture. I don't want to sink into it like a couch, which is terrible for posture. So that's why I think having something stiffer on my body just feels better. And let's talk about the back support of the Mach II. It is good. No, it is great. The lumbar support actually feels aggressive enough for my tastes. Because of my low back issues, I am very particular, I am very picky on the lumbar supports that are out there. Like most chairs, I criticized the Stealth also in terms of the lumbar support was good, but not aggressive enough for my taste. The Mach II is aggressive enough for my taste. It feels good on my low back. And in case you are worried that it might be too aggressive for you, they have adjustments, go figure, they have adjustments for that, where you can reduce the back angle so that it's not digging into you as much. Even though the Stealth has that, it still could not get it to be the right aggressive lumbar that I needed, but the Mach II does it. Now let's talk about the seat size. Compared to the Stealth, the Mach II's seat is a little bit smaller, and to me that's a pro, not a con. You might be thinking that bigger is better in terms of furniture, but it's not. You want furniture that will fit your body. Getting your knee to clear the edge of the chair is very important. You don't want to have a seat that is too large for your body to where you cannot clear it at all. I want to have some kind of knee gap ideally, and so having a smaller seat pan for the average person is probably going to just be a better fit. And so the Mach II smaller seat is just going to be a little bit more inclusive to the shorter people because they're not going to have to worry about that knee gap clearance issue. For the cons, let's talk about the seat cushion. Now, don't get me wrong, this seat cushion is good. It is comfortable. However, we're going to compare this against the Stealth, which is almost 2x the price. The seat cushion for the Stealth is memory foam. It is soft. The entire chair feels like a Tempur-Pedic glove just enclosing your body. It feels really nice. As opposed to the Mach II, the seat cushion isn't using memory foam. It is using a high density foam, which is basically the typical foam that you would find in most types of furniture. Now again, this is still a good seat, but it's just compared to the Stealth, the Mach II just feels a little bit more generic on the seat. And which one's gonna last longer? I would probably put my money that the Stealth seat would last longer than the lower cost model of the Mach II, which again, it makes sense because it's lower cost, they gotta cut costs somewhere. Now let's talk about the headrest. Although it is great that the headrest articulates and moves so much, it goes up and down, it changes angles, I found the headrest to be kind of uncomfortable and even slightly painful after reclining on it for a long time. I'm talking about dozens of minutes up to an hour. When I was reclining on it, it was kind of a hard surface on the back of my head and neck. Now, you could argue that we probably shouldn't be reclining for like up to an hour in a chair. However, I was stress testing it on my body. So for anyone who is thinking of wanting to recline in their chair for a very long period of time and you wanted a soft headrest, I don't think you're gonna find that here on the Mach II. In summary, at less than $800, with this much comfort and adjustability, the Mach II destroys a lot of the other ergonomic chairs in this space. Also, you probably won't be spending the full $800 for the chair because they run sales often, and I also have the code TOM10 for 10% off because we wanted to partner with them, seeing what they're doing in this space. We like that they're doing quality builds and ergonomically sound furniture for gamers. The build and quality of the Mach II isn't as good as the Stealth. However, the Mach II is still way better than most other chairs out there. Also, they have the 5 to 10 year warranty on their chairs, which is a pretty long warranty compared to the competition. Now, will the Mach II last as long as the Stealth? I don't know. My money is on the Stealth lasting longer because it's a higher end chair and you tend to get what you pay for. That being said, the Mach II for sure is going to last way longer than the other cheap gaming racer chairs that are out there. Should you get this chair? First off, if you're dirt poor, don't get this chair. Watch my video on how to take a cheap chair and make it more ergonomical for you, and just stay away from all of the gamer racer chairs. Now, if you are short, like 5'9" and under, and you want to save some money, hands down, I would get the Mach II. If you're on the other end of the spectrum where you're taller, like above 5'9", and you have the money for something high end, hands down, I would get the Stealth. Now, if you're in the middle, well, that depends. If you are, let's say, shorter, so under 5'9", and you have the money, then maybe go with the Stealth and consider emailing them to see if they have a smaller seat size for you. This is optional. And on the other end of the spectrum, if you're taller and you want to save some money, I would still probably go with the Mach II and just live with a little bit more knee gap, which is gonna be something so minor that I think very few people would care about. If you end up going with LF Gaming, please consider clicking through our link or using the code TOM10 for 10% off. It'll help support the stream. Again, we like what they're doing here and we wanted to partner with them because they're doing quality built furniture for gamers. So come by and join us on the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TominationTime. We are live streaming diet and fitness, gaming, and ergonomics, and we do free ergonomic evaluations for people. I am COEE certified to do ergo evals because it's very near and dear to my heart to help out other gamers be pain-free doing what they love. I've experienced a lot of different physical pain in my life, from back problems and elbow, neck, pretty much everything. So I like to give it away for free. You can see in the video description down below. If you want an ergo eval, just follow those instructions and I'll do it live for you on stream, and hope to see you guys all in the stream. If you like the content, comment and subscribe on YouTube. Also, follow us on Twitch and leave the notifications on. Feed your brain, feed your body, and see you next time.